Okay, so today we're going to talk about ask and tell. I won't be using my camera because of personal reasons, but I apologize. I hope you understand. Okay, so let's start. So this topic can be kind of tricky, but today we're going to talk about both of them. So we're going to use ask and tell when we want to leave a message for someone else or make a request. Okay, so the first thing that we have to keep in mind is that we're going to have an statement, okay, or a sentence. For example, let's take this one that I have in here. The keys are in my bedroom. So this is a single sentence. But if we want someone to tell that sentence to someone else, we can use this formula that I have in here, or this structure that you already have in the platform too. Okay, so we can use the word please. We can also use the word could or would. So could and would are more formal, okay? And please is a little bit more informal. So the first thing that we have are those three words. And then we're going to have the word tell or the verb tell, and then an object pronoun. So keep in mind that an object pronoun can be her, him, or you can also mention the name of the person. For example, I can say, please tell her that, but I can also say, please tell, I don't know, David, please tell Fatima that the keys are in my bedroom. So in here, we can use an object pronoun or we can use the name of the person. So the word that is optional, okay? You can use it or you cannot, okay? That is not like a rule that we have. Give me just a second. I don't know how to. Oh, okay, sorry. Sorry about that. I was telling you, you can use the word that, but that is optional. Okay, for example, if you're talking with a friend, you can avoid using it because when we're talking, we tend to join the words or we avoid making like longer sentences. Okay, so that is optional. And then you're going to have what? The statement that in this case is going to be the keys are in my bed. So in this structure, you have the complete sentence, right? You only have to keep in mind to follow the structure. So the first example that I have in here, let's see who can help me to read it. David, can you help me to read the first example that I have in there? If you can, go ahead.
Please tell her that the keys are in my bedroom.
Thank you. Please tell her. Very good. Thank you, David. Now,
Here,
help me.
here, and an example in uh for example, in other example,
Mhm.
um, could you tell his
No, that is not possible.
only her?
I mean, you can use, podríamos utilizar him, but it's not his.
Ah,
It
okay.
has to be him.
Him.
Remember that? Continue. Him,
Mhm.
here. Go ahead.
Could you him that?
Could you tell him? Could you him? No.
Could you? I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Perdí ahí.
Go ahead. Adelante, David. Go ahead.
Could you tell him
Mhm.
that?
Exactly.
Hmm.
Remember that in there, you cannot use like his. Could you tell his? No. You can use something like, could you tell his brother? But could you tell his that the keys are in my bedroom? No. Okay, in that way you have to mention either a person or you have to use the object pronouns. Okay, then?
So teacher, is always we gonna use the third person.
Mm, yes, in this case, yeah, because remember that we want to leave a message for someone else. Okay, so if we want to leave a message, we are like referring to another person. In here, for example, I cannot say, please tell me, no, right? Please tell her, tell him, tell them. Okay, Juan Carlos?
Yes, yes, I got it.
Okay, perfect, very good. Let's continue then. So the second one, could you tell her that the keys are in my bed? Something very important in here. Don't forget to add the question mark, okay? Because those are questions. In the first one, you are not going to add a question mark, but with could and would, you have to add it. Okay, let's see who can help me to read. Brenda. Brenda, go ahead and help me to read the last one. Would you tell her? Brenda, are you here? Okay. I just wrote your message. I'm sorry, Brenda. Acabo de leer su mensaje. I am sorry. Go ahead and help me with the third example, Fatima. If you can go ahead, Fatima.
Will you tell her that the keys are in my bedroom?
Okay, would you tell her that the keys are in my bedroom? So, very good. I have other examples in here. Okay, so that it is more clear for you. Help me to read Diana. Diana, if you can go ahead, help me to read the first one. Please tell them.
Please tell them that the exam will be on Tuesday.
Will be on Tuesday. Very good, thank you. So again, we are using please, then the verb tell, the object pronoun that in this case is then the word that again is optional, and then what? The statement that is in this case is going to be the exam will be on Tuesday. So very good. Help me to read the second one. Juan Carlos, help me with the second one, please.
Could you tell him that the deadline for the project is on Monday? Deadline. Deadline.
Yes, deadline. Very good. Perfect. So there we have the formula, right? And remember to add the question mark at the end. Very good.
And the first sentence is
Okay,
not
Daniel.
a question.
It's also a question, Juan Carlos.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. Would you tell her that dinner is in the fridge? So remember that with could and would, we have questions. So very good. Let's continue. But do you remember what are the object pronouns? Guys, do you know? Let's see if you remember. Yes or no?
Is them, he,
Me, him, her,
her,
us, you, and then. Okay, so those are the object pronouns that you can use with this structure, okay? So you can say, for example, please tell him, please tell her, please tell them. Me, please tell me. We wouldn't use it, right? Because again, we want to leave a message for someone else. So very good. Let's continue then. Now, let's move to the other verb, which is going to be ask. So ask, we're going to use it when we want to make a request. Okay, in the previous one, we are going to leave a message. Okay, leave a message. And in here, we are asking for a request. So the example that we're going to take in here is text me back as soon as possible. Okay, text me back as soon as possible. And the formula is going to be the same, right? Please, could, would, but in here we have ask plus the object pronoun, and again, we have something in here. We have to plus the verb and the complement. So for example, please ask Jane to text me back as soon as possible. So in here, we have something different, right? We are requesting something for someone. Morena, can you help me to read example number 2? If you can go ahead, Morena.
Could you ask him to text me back as soon as possible?
As soon as possible. Very good, thank you. Now help me with the last one. Valeria. Valeria, go ahead. Help me to read the last one.
Will you speak Ronald to text my back and so and it's possible?
As soon as possible. Very good. So again, in here, we're talking about what? A request. That in this case is going to be text me back as soon as possible. Okay, guys, let's see if you have any question. Let me know. Do you have any? Yes, no?
No, teacher.
Okay, very good, thank you. Then remind me Remind me the structure that we're going to use with tell. Let's see anyone. Do you remember? What is the structure that we're going to use with tell? Let's start with tell.
First was please,
Please.
tell, and the noun, tell her or tell him or tell them.
The object pronoun, very good. And then, Juan Carlos?
Is optional the word that, and verb in the sentence.
Very good. And the statement. Perfect. Thank you, Juan Carlos. Now let's continue. Let's see who can give me an example. David, can you give me an example following the structure? Let's see, David, if you can. David, are you here? Yes, you are in here. David? Yes, no? Okay, let's continue then with, what about you, Eduardo? Can you give me an example?
Could you tell her that I'm don't going to be in the class?
Could you tell her that could you repeat that one?
I don't will be in the class.
Okay, that I won't, remember?
I won't.
That I won't be in the class. Very good. So the statement is going to be this one, right? I won't be in the class. So very good, Eduardo. Thank you. Could you tell her that I won't be in the class? Very good. Let's continue with Elizabeth. Elizabeth, go ahead and give me an example. Elizabeth, are you here? Okay, Valeria, I got you. That's okay. No, okay, help me then. Fermin, what about you, Fermin? Can you give me an example? No?
Using
Okay.
that structure.
Yes.
Could you give me a favor?
Could you give me a favor? Could you give me a favor? Okay. Following the structure that we have in here for me, the next thing that we're going to have after you is what?
Okay.
Tell, right? So could you tell, and then we're going to have what? The object pronoun. So let's see, give me an object pronoun.
Could you tell him?
Could you tell him? What else?
Could you tell him if? Could you tell him?
That.
Could you tell him that?
Now you have to give me the statement, right?
Could you tell him that
Mhm.
I can't meet I can meet with them uh with him.
That I can
I
that I
can
can meet
meet
with them.
with
Oh,
them.
okay. Could you tell him? Oops. Could you tell him that I can meet with them? Very good. So there we have it. Thank you. Okay, the last example, let's see who can help me. Let's see who can.
Teacher,
Go ahead.
I don't know if it's correct, but will you tell me what is your phone number?
Would you tell me what is your phone number? Yeah, the
It's correct.
example is,
Is correct or no?
yeah, it's correct, but in this context, it's not. Okay, would you give me, repeat it. Would you
Tell me.
tell me?
See, yes. Will you tell me what is your phone number?
What is your phone number? Yeah, the sentence is correct, but in this case, remember that we want to give a message to someone. Okay, so in here, you're just asking directly to the person. Acá usted le está preguntando directamente o pidiendo el número directamente a alguien. Y recuerde que tell y ask is going to be used cuando queremos dejar un mensaje o queremos hacer una request. Así que la oración está correcta, pero no en el contexto que la estamos utilizando. ¿Por qué? Porque nuevamente estamos pidiendo directamente el número.
Teacher.
Okay, thank you.
And teacher, I'm sorry, I went to the bathroom. Can I say, could you tell him I'll be at work at 10 a.m.?
Could you repeat? Could you tell him
Tell
that?
him I'll be at work at 10 a.m.
Yes, that is correct, David. Could you tell him that I will be at work at 8, you say, right?
8 a.m. or 9 a.m.
Okay, at 9 a.m. Yes, that is correct. Here you're following the structure, right? Could you tell him that I will be at work at 8? So the statement is this one. I will be. So yeah, David, I see that now you got it. Very good.
So teacher,
Guys.
those kind of question is for someone else, not for the person that we are talking with. It's for a third person, like a third person.
In this case, I mean, it's something that you're going to do, but you cannot tell the person like directly, right? Yes, we use it that way.
Okay.
Yes, so you cannot use like, could you tell me? Okay. Why? Because again, remember we use it for leave a message for someone else, not us. Okay, so very good point for me. Thank you. Okay, let's continue, guys. We're going to continue. Now I want you to give me some examples, but now with ask. Okay. Okay, who can help me with the formula or the structure? Now I see that you have like a better picture of the topic. So help me. So please, and what else are we going to have in this one? Please.
Could,
Let's see.
Please call or wall.
Would or could. Thank you. What else?
Plus ask.
Exactly. Plus ask.
Plus object pronouns.
Yeah.
Plus to. Plus verb. Plus complement.
Yes, very good. Plus complement. Very good. Thank you. So there we have it, right? Now let's see who can start with an example. Let me check in here. Alexander. Alexander, give me an example using this structure. Please.
Please go.
Please.
Please.
Continue.
Please go.
What is the next thing that we have after please? We have what?
Please ask.
Ask. And then the object? Tell me an object. There we have.
Here.
Continue.
To whom?
To. Would you mind repeating that?
Whom?
I cannot hear you. Sorry.
Saltar.
Okay. Jump. Now I can. Please ask her.
Yes. Here to whom?
And
That
to jump that.
That yes here
That I could.
that
Only that. Please ask her to jump that. But to jump what?
the
In here.
complement. The
In
complement
here, it's like a complement. It's missing like a complement.
is and is the Sunday.
Let's see. Do you want to say like to jump like part of something?
And something.
Like that. Please ask her to jump that part.
That part.
So in this case, the verb that we're going to use no sería jump, but
Jump.
skip.
Skip.
Sí, cuando queremos decir, chicos, que nos saltemos una parte, ya sea de leerla, de completarla, we use the verb skip. Okay? So please ask her to skip that part. I'm going to ask like a compliment so you don't get confused.
On the
Skip that part of the
on the
project.
Yesterday? No, yesterday.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Yesterday? No.
Of the I'm going to put something like of the project, okay?
The practice.
podría decirle,
Podría
please
ser.
ask her to skip that part of the project. So very good. There we have it. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, coach.
Okay, very good, Alexander. Very good. Thank you. Let's continue.
Teacher, in this case,
Mhm.
can I say, could you please ask them?
Yeah, you can use that one.
If
Could-
they can do this exercise, but sorry.
Could you please ask them
They ask them,
to, complete, do you say, right? Those exercises. Yes, that is correct.
is
And
correct.
in here, you are adding the word please. También pueden agregar la palabra please para que sea un poco más formal or more polite. You can say, could you please ask them? Or only, could you ask them? But you can use both, but this is optional, right? I'm going to put it in this, like that. So very good, David, thank you. Now let's see who can else,
Okay.
Angel. Angel, go ahead and give me an example.
Hello.
Mhm.
Can you please ask him where is his family?
Can you ask him?
Can you please
Okay, can you please
ask him where is his family?
In this case, we wouldn't use it that way. Okay, Angel. What? Why? Because in here, we use it, we're going to use ask like a request for doing something or for not doing something. Okay, but in here, you just giving me like using the ask. ¿Cómo les explico, chicos? En este ejemplo, usted nada más me está dando, me está diciendo que le pregunte, could you please ask him, ¿dónde está su familia? Pero acá no me está pidiendo como que les diga que haga algo, como en los ejemplos anteriores, porque esa es la forma de utilizarlo. ¿Ok? I don't know if you got it or it's not clear. Okay, Abdulio, I got you. Ángel. No?
No.
No, okay, very good.
Teacher,
Go ahead.
podría ser un ejemplo. Could you ask him to help me with my homework?
Yeah, that one, yes, because you are requesting something. Están como pidiendo o requiriendo algo. Y en este ejemplo, can you please ask him where is his family? Ok, nuevamente, yo no digo que no esté correcto. Ok, está correcto en la pregunta, you can use it, but we don't use like ask and tell in this context. Porque acá no me está diciendo que yo le diga a alguien más que haga algo. Ok, únicamente, could you please ask him dónde está su familia? Okay, so in here, we're not requesting like to do something. Let's see, Valeria, were you giving me like an example? Or who was it? No sé si era.
Es que confunde un poquito, teacher. Bueno, yo esto nunca lo había visto.
Sí, la verdad sí confunde. It is kind of confusing, right?
Teacher, casi no le entiendo.
But your example was correct, Valeria. If you want, you can repeat it. Ajá. Go ahead, give me your example.
Yo fui que se lo dije.
I'm sorry, I hear you. Okay, Olga, go ahead.
Could could you ask him to help me with my homework?
Yeah. Could you ask him to help me with
My
my homework?
homework.
Yeah, that is correct. Very good, Olga. Thank you. Okay, guys, I don't know if you have any question, let me know.
Teacher,
Mhm.
yo he tenido problemas con una oración de la praxis, de la plataforma.
Ajá.
De la plataforma donde dice,
Ajá, with which one?
could you say Annie, the dance performance is that Tony? Yo,
Ajá,
yo lo
tonight.
he resuelto en varias ocasiones y no sé si es problema de la plataforma o yo quizás no he coordinado
Ajá,
las
fíjese
los
que esa, permítame, acá la tengo, esa de Annie. Ajá, que
could
de
you
hecho le
say,
estaba ayudando a su compañero. Sería la de Could you tell Anya, right?
ajá, yes, ajá,
Ok, la voy a escribir. I'm going to write it down.
ajá, yes. Y el
Could
número
you?
one,
Ujú.
ese es de three.
Ajá.
Could you,
In here, I guess that
could
your
you,
confusion.
ajá,
Ajá.
yes.
What, Alexander, what is your confusion in this one? Let's see if I got you.
Yes, desde la practice, varias veces,
Ajá, pero dígame en qué es lo que se confundía acá.
porque cuando yo resuelvo todos los 6 ejercicios, solo
Ujú.
me parece incorrecta la primera y la tercera.
Ajá, en una de esas oraciones hay un error, ¿verdad? Es en la que dice en la cafetería.
La
Ok, en
primera.
esa. Ajá, este es el único error que hay porque yo ya los completé. Pero ese es el único error que hay de parte de la plataforma. In this
Okay.
one, Alexander, if you see in this one, we follow the structure, right? We have could you tell who? Anya. In here, I
Yes,
mentioned that you can use the name, right? Could you tell Anya that the dance performance is tonight?
tonight.
Mhm.
Yes. Y la otra es, la otra oración es the pre day de Brian did barber, pronouns. Barbecues is
Uh-huh.
on the
Okay.
Sunday.
The barbecue is on Sunday.
Yes,
Let's see. Let's see, where do I have it? In that one of the barbecue, we don't have like a mistake for the platform. So you have to complete it according to the formula that we have in here, Alexander, okay? For example, I'm going to help you. The first thing that we have is please, right? Alexander, are you here?
please day.
And then, according to the formula, tell me, please.
Yeah,
And
yes,
then,
please. En ese caso es del.
exactly.
Del.
Please tell, continue.
Please del.
An object pronoun or a name.
Please day. Brian.
Exactly. Please tell
Brian.
Brian. Continue.
That did.
Exactly. That the barbecue.
Yes. The barbecue Is on
Uh-huh.
Sunday.
There you have it. Is on Sunday. If you
Sunday.
see, if you see, it's not that difficult, right? You just have to follow the structure. Okay, so very good, Alexander. Thank you for the question. So your classmates that were having trouble with that can also complete them. So very good. Okay, let's continue. Now you are going to practice. Okay, we have to complete in this one with tell and then with ask. Okay, this is going to be like the object pronoun or the person that you are mentioning. Let's see, we're going to start with with you, Fatima. Let's see, Fatima, go ahead. How would it be the first one?
Please tell them that I can go to the movies.
Please
Tell them
please tell them that
I can go
that I can go
to the movies.
Very good. In here, you can also say, please tell my friends or please tell them. That is correct. Very good, Fatima. Thank you. Okay, let's continue with Juan Carlos. Let's see if, okay, there you are. Juan Carlos, go ahead, help me with number 2.
Please tell Marcos that I can go to the meeting. No. Please tell Marcos' boss that I can go to the meeting.
In here, you are not going to mention Marcos, only his boss, okay?
Okay. So, please tell his boss that I can go to the meeting.
That I can't go to the meeting. Oh, my mistake. In there, I'm sorry, Juan Carlos.
Okay.
In here, you have to use Marcos, right? Please tell his boss that Marcos can't. Sorry, You can use Marcos or I. So very good. Okay, thank you. Let's continue with number 3. Fermin, go ahead with number 3.
Okay,
I could.
please tell her.
Yeah.
Please tell her.
Tell my uncle.
No. Number 3, right?
The
Okay. Please tell the computers are in the living room.
That the computers are in the living room. Very good. So yeah, there we have it. Thank you, Fermin. Okay, let's continue with number 4. Okay. Eduardo, help me with number 4. How would it be?
Okay. Tell my father that the fruit is in the kitchen.
But please, would or could?
Sorry. Please, could you tell to my father that the fruit is in the kitchen?
Please tell My father, the fruit is in the kitchen. Very good. Thank you, Eduardo. In this one, remember that if we're talking like with a friend or with our family, it's not necessary to use could or would, right? We can use please. So very good. Okay, we're going to continue, but now I want you to write it down in the chat. Elizabeth, go ahead and write down here in the chat the answer for the number 5. For this one. Elizabeth, go ahead.
Please tell.
But write it down. Escríbalo acá en el chat, por favor. Write it down here in the chat. Elizabeth, do you need help? Oh, okay. Let's see. Please tell my daughter what? There's missing something, right? Please tell my daughter. The milk is in the fridge. Yeah, because remember that is optional. So very good. Solamente termine la oración. The milk is in the fridge. Okay, it will be like that. Okay, we're going to continue with ask. Okay. Because of the time, and you're going to complete this one. Those two. Okay, now let's see. Okay, give me a second. Okay. Okay, Mayra. Mayra, go ahead and write down the answer for the number 1. Okay, this is the name that you can use, and there you have the request. Okay, Mayra. And then, so we had Mayra with number 1. Melvin, go ahead and complete number 2. Obdulio, number 3. Okay, if you have problems with your microphone, guys, but here in the chat you can write, right? So go ahead. So we have Mayra. And then I said, let's see. Melvin and then Obdulio. Let's see what you have, guys. Oh, Valeria, you're back. Okay, Valeria, you are going to complete number 4. Okay, Valeria. So go ahead, guys. Adelante, chicos. Si tienen alguna duda, let me know, so that we can complete them together, okay, because of the time. Mayra with the first one. Call me at 6 p.m. And let's see, Mayra, Melvin, Obdulio, Valeria. Let me know, guys, if you're going to complete them or not. Okay, so we can make them together. Okay, could I ask Josh to call me at 6? In that one, Mayra, remember that you have to use could you. Okay, because you are not going to leave the message. Okay, you are leaving the message to someone else. So could you ask Josh to call me at 6? So very good. Don't forget the question mark. So there we have it. Thank you, Mayra. Okay, let's see. Could you ask Josh to call me at 6? Very good, Mayra. Thank you. What about you, Melvin? Melvin, Obdulio, Valeria? No? Okay, then we're going to complete them together because your classmates are not answering, okay? So in the number 2, we have meet me at the park, and we had my friend. Let's see, what is the first thing that we're going to have, guys? This is for everyone. Let's see.
Could you ask my friend to meet me at the park?
Could you ask my friend to meet me at the park? Yes, very good. Thank you. What about the other one? Go to the doctor with my sister and father. Let's see, how could it be the other, guys?
We can say, please ask my father to go to the doctor with my sister.
Please ask my father to go to the doctor with my sister. Yeah, that is correct. Thank you. What about the other one? Let's see, Juan Carlos, can you help me with the other one?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Could you ask my classmate meet me at the school Monday?
Yeah, could you ask my classmate to meet me? At school on Monday. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, very good. What about the other one? Let's see who can help me. Olga, go ahead and help me with the other. But I don't know if you were helping me, but go ahead.
The number 5, ¿verdad?
Yes.
Could you ask Julio to help me with the project?
Could you ask Julio? Could you ask Karen?
Karen, perdón.
Yeah, not a problem. Could you ask Karen to help me
with the project?
With the project. Thank you. Okay, so there we have it. Very good. Vamos a terminar acá, chicos, ¿ok? Les va a quedar nada más esta para que ustedes puedan practicar. De igual manera le voy a enviar un link so that you can practice.